Hey, good morning from McKenzie Mountain right here in Republic, Washington. It is, the 19th? I think it is, Friday, September 19th. A beautiful day outside right now, beautiful morning. I don't know what the temperature is. My watch, I updated all the stuff, on my iPhone and my iPad and my MacBook and my Apple Watch, and now none of it tells me the same things it used to tell me. Had to figure out how to get my camera running this morning. Couldn't figure that out for a few minutes because everything looks a little bit different. I kind of like the looks of things, but I don't know how to use any of it yet. And so I've got some of those things going on. Usually I just pull up my watch like this and it tells me the temperature, but it doesn't tell me that anymore. In fact, it doesn't tell me much of anything right now. All of the little circles, and I think they call them complications or something like that, are all blank or have things that haven't figured out what they are yet. So that's all a new thing to learn. Yesterday, our big project yesterday was making 2 runs to the dump. Got rid of all kinds of boxes and all kinds of scrap wood and things like that. Just got things out of the way. So from all the construction, we've made trips to the dump, I think 3 times now over this construction process, just to try to get the house all cleaned up. Looking to see where Bonnie's going right now. Just to get everything cleaned up and try to keep the process clean as much as possible. First of all, it makes it safer if you're not tripping on stuff all of the time. And it also makes it look better. And since the house is getting to so close to the place where we're going to be able to move into it, that's kind of, an important thing for us right now, to be able to try to make it look like it's a home rather than a construction site. So we're kind of working on that process, thinking through my RV, the 5th wheel that we've been living in. It's a Cougar 316 RLS, 37 feet long. It's been a wonderful place to live, but it's getting cool enough. I'm not confident that I'll be able to sell it before wintertime comes. And so, there's the things that, do I want to take it to a consignment place in Spokane or something? Still got some of those things to look at, but that makes me start thinking, because I think we'll probably be in the house around the 1st of October. And that makes me start thinking that, do I need to winterize it and get it prepared to make it through the winter? And this year I'll be able to do things like, since we're not in, if I do winterize and just leave it right here, I'll be able to close the slide in so that there won't be any problem having to worry about the toppers, and snow building up on the toppers and those sorts of things. So I'll be able to close it up a little bit better for the winter. But I haven't ever winterized it, actually, where I blow out all of the water lines and all of those things. I haven't done that on this since I've lived in it for 3 years, which is another thing to think about. When we bought it, our plan was, we thought we'd probably be in it as much as 5 years. And we moved in it in September of 22, and we'll be moving out of it in October of 25. So that looks like 3 years almost to the month. And so that's something else. It's a beautiful trailer. It's been very, very comfortable to live in. Have had to make, I think they're upgrades, but it does make a change in its usability. We at one point had to change the refrigerator out from the one that's the RV model that's got, the propane, can run on propane or can run on the battery. We had to switch from to a regular house model, and which means it's a better for refrigerator as far as how it works, but it does mean that the trailer has to be plugged in to at least 30 amps and 50 amps preferably for everything to operate in it real well. During the wintertime, you can run on battery, except your refrigerator won't work on battery anymore. So you can run most everything on battery, but the refrigerator won't operate that way now. So that's a little bit of a, that'll be a thing of, depending upon what a person wants to use it for. It's the kind of trailer, to be honest with you, 5th wheel, I wouldn't want to pull it somewhere where I was going to go boondocking. People do, I know that. People do go boondocking in these large 5th wheels like that, but it really is made more for where you're going to be going to an RV park and you're going to be plugged in to full service and full hookups and all of those sorts of things. It works out better that way. The battery does work out good because sometimes, we do have power outages and those kind of things, especially up here. And so it can easily make it through the night on battery. You've got plenty of heat that way, propane heater and the LED lights and stuff like that. It works just fine overnight, that type of thing. But you wouldn't want to be boondocking in it for a week, I don't think. At least I wouldn't want to be boondocking in it for a week. We have our little 17-foot R-Pod camper that I can pull behind my car. Now that is fun to go boondocking in. That can make it for several days just operating off the batteries and the charges that you get from the car when you're pulling from this place and that place. It can make it for several days that way, but that big trailer, I wouldn't want to do it on that way. So anyway, I am looking at that. I do have a call in to Good Sam, and they're willing to buy it. But that's going to be one of those deals. What they want me to do is they want me to pull the trailer down to Spokane. They've given me an initial offer, but they want me to pull it to Spokane so they can look at it and decide what their real offer is going to be, and which is obviously going to be less than what they've offered me over the phone, sight unseen. And then, if you pull it all that way, it's about 3 hours. It would be about 3 hours for me to pull it there anyway. Drive it all that way. Now you're emotionally involved in the concept of giving it to them. You sure don't want to have to pull it back. You don't want to say, oh, that's not a good enough deal for me, and you pull it back home. You don't want to do that. And so they know that. They know they got you. And so I'm a little bit, I don't really want to do that. If they would come out to my house, if they would come up here to my property and make me an offer and pull it away, I'd probably take less than the offer that they've made for me over the phone. If they would just come, make the offer, give me the money, and pull it away. And I have had it online a little bit, but not seriously, because really I'm not in a place where I can sell it yet, not until I'm ready to move out of it. So, that's just one of those things that I'm looking at. And then it's wintertime. It probably would be better to sell it during the spring or, coming into the springtime. So it probably means that I do need to get it ready for the winter and do that winterizing process on it and take care of it that way, which also means that in another couple of weeks, I'm going to want to do the same thing with my R-Pod and get it ready for winterized as well. So things going on, house, trailers, Bonnie back there. Oh, she's moved on. She's over here to the side. Hi, Bonnie. And we're going to take, we're supposed to be getting our washer or our appliances, our refrigerator, stove, and dishwasher. And I did get a notice that said they think it's coming today. And so that would be good. My wife is ready to start baking cookies in the house even. She bakes cookies for church and for different people in town that need things and stuff. And cooking them in the fifth wheel, you have it's a smaller cooking area. And so she's looking forward to having a full-size stove oven that she can use for making things and cooking for people. And so all of that, the Lord willing, it'll be here today. So listen, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, the Lord bless you and keep you and make his face to shine upon you. Be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace.